controversial issue for the past few years. The history behind wind energy is very intriguing, especially when it comes to the economic and environmental aspects. The problems with wind turbines are that they are harming the populations of several species of animals, including the lesser prairie chickens, which are on the brink of extinction because of these wind turbines. While the turbines are a good thing because of the energy crisis in Texas, there are also some concerns about them that need to be dealt with. If these can be fixed, the United States of America will be on its way to being energy independent. Wind energy is one of the cleanest forms of energy available. As with everything though, there are pros and cons to wind energy. The potential for wind energy to supply the need of the United States is huge. If we could get the system up in all states, we would become much less dependent on other countries to supply us with oil. Wind energy plants are very easy to set up compared to other energy plants. There are no hazardous chemicals involved, so safety is much better. There is no pollution emitted by wind turbines. Wind is a renewable resource, meaning it will never run out. If the United States is serious about becoming less dependent on foreign countries to supply what we need, then wind energy is the direction we need to be headed in, and quickly. The most common wind turbine is the horizontal axis, which looks somewhat like a traditional windmill, but there are also vertical axis designs that look similar to an egg beater or a wheel paddle laid on its side. In the horizontal axis type, a yaw mechanism in the turbine shaft is utilized to turn the wind turbine rotor into the wind, increasing efficiency. In most cases with wind farm turbines, this is powered by a small electric motor and computer monitoring. The lifespan of a modern turbine is set around 120,000 hours or 20 to 25 years. However, Andrew Walden reports in his article, Wind Energy's Ghost, that they aren't totally maintenance-free. The turbines contain moving components. This means some parts will need to be replaced during their working life. This will cost approximately 1.5 to 2% annually of the original turbine cost in maintenance and replacement. Texas has been in a state of crisis for the past few years because of its growing demand for energy. As its population grows, so does its need for wind energy to support the everyday lives of its inhabitants. To fix this need, many landowners have been signing contracts with wind companies. These contracts call for landowners to set up many turbines on their property, each of which costs approximately $2 million to set up. Tyson Broad with the Llano County News reports in his article, Twisting in the Wind, this makes the investment in wind a capital-intensive investment. The economics that are put into wind energy are intriguing to study. With a 50-megawatt wind farm, whose blades spinning at 13 to 17 miles per hour, the cost would be $65 million at $1.3 million per megawatt. This puts the annual power production at 150 kilowatt hours. This is not nearly enough energy for the amount of money being put into the project. Not only that, but out of that $65 million, the landowner only makes $6 million. Therefore, the landowner is coming out with the short end of the stick. Past president of the Texas Wildlife Association and land appraiser Derry Gardner has been studying the impact of wind turbines on the market value of rural lands in Taylor County. These studies have shown that placing wind turbines on a piece of property decreases its value by 37%. It also shows that turbines decrease neighbors' properties that are up to 1.8 miles away by 25%. This huge amount doesn't include other property value losses that come with construction of transmission lines, substations, and roads, not to mention what happens to the wildlife and its habitat. With all this development going on in the wind energy industry, the wildlife and its habitat are being put on the back burner. I had the opportunity to sit through a lecture about wind energy and wildlife by Ed Arnett, where he informed us that although wind energy has some serious potential in getting Texas out of its energy crisis, it also has some serious potential in bringing on another crisis, the extinction of the lesser prairie chicken. The lesser prairie chicken is actually a grouse. It lives on the grasslands and requires wide open spaces, and is actually found no other place in the world except for the Great Plains short grass prairie and the Texas plains. Because of these turbines being put up everywhere, the lesser prairie chicken dwells, the grouse has no place to make its own. The lesser prairie chicken does not take to tall objects, such as trees or turbines in this instance, because it does not want to give other birds the opportunity to perch on a branch above it and prey on it. The lesser prairie chicken has become a symbol for the plains. Just like the buffalo, the lesser prairie chicken provides a sign that the plains economic system is in danger, says Staten Bonner in his Texas Parks and Wildlife article, Gone with the Wind. This becomes apparent when the population of the lesser prairie chicken begins to die out and the plains become bare. The lesser prairie chicken, however, is not being hunted directly by humans. This species is being driven out by human installment into the chicken's habitat. These turbines are taking up millions of acres over many vast plains, all while killing off a species. In the long run, wind energy could be a great alternative to Texas's energy crisis. After looking at all of the pros and cons of wind turbines, Llano County Commissioner made this resolution. The negative impacts of industrial wind farms, including the potential economic loss to the county as a whole, would outweigh any benefits they would bring to Llano County, reports Broad. The power produced by wind energy could potentially be a great investment. However, the whole process should be analyzed more thoroughly to decrease the economic and environmental cons of wind energy. With the energy crisis continuing to grow, we are in definite need to find a new way to provide power to the nation. While most people will say it is a much better source of energy than that of which the nation currently uses, there are some drawbacks to wind energy. The disadvantages in this situation definitely outweigh the advantages. As long as the United States can figure out a way to fix the majority of the problems concerning wind energy, America should be energy independent in the up and coming years. Thank you. Are there any questions?
No.